guys, it's Saturday morning. I just finished reading the second Death of Log earlier this week, but because it was still raining a lot and the weather was so gloomy, I wanted to continue to read more gothic fantasy. So I picked up Black Wicked. This book is on Kindle Unlimited. It is a gothic dark fantasy novel. The book starts out with the main character. When she was a teenager, she was woken up by like a cry or a scream, and she went to check out what was happening, and she finds her sister in distress. Her sister said that their mom had disappeared, is gone, and they had a little fight, blaming each other, and eventually the main character, she flees their family home. 10 years later, and she's now working in a department store selling perfume. So the world that they live in, there is some magic, but the magic is kind of like diminishing because of some war or something that happened. But the main character and her sister, they are called curse eaters. So basically they eat curses, which is a rare gift in this current world where magic is already like diminishing. Anyway, things happen and I don't want to spoil too much, but she eventually finds out that her sister has passed, so she decides to go back to their family home. So the house that they lived in is also special. It has magic and curses in it. But not only does the main character have to do with her sister passing away and this weird family home that they own, but she's also kind of in the middle between two organizations. There is one organization that deals with illegal magic, and the other organization, which is a government agency that's anti-magic. And she also has to deal with an officer that was sent from the anti-magic organization to kind of investigate the town where she grew up in, because there's sinister things happening there as well. And the inspector is also very suspicious of our main character, so he is also wanting to watch her very closely. I would say in the beginning of the book, when I started reading, it felt like, oh, this is probably like a 2.5 star kind of book. But eventually, once she returned to her family home and interact with the characters in the town and with the inspector, then it started to get more interesting. I would say though that I didn't quite pay too much attention to the plot or how the magic system works. I was just reading it for the two main characters because I just love the tension between them. And I already finished the book. I think I read it in 2 sittings. I think there is like a dark romance tag, but I don't think it's too dark. The vibes in this book remind me of We've Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson, and also Alex E. Harrow's book. I forgot the title. I'll put the picture here. So overall, the highlight for me is the chemistry between the two main characters. And I think the story is quite fast-paced, so you don't get bored while reading this. So I recommend if you enjoy like a gothic, slightly dark romance, and if you enjoy a little bit of a cat and mouse kind of romance between your two main characters. So you saw me pick up some books from my bookshelf. So those books are what I'm planning to read this fall. It's kind of like a mini fall TBR. Initially, I had like 12, 14 books, 20 books that I wanted to read for fall, but it's just not realistic for me. So I just picked 5 that I think I'm going to read very soon. So let's go through them. The first book is The Hunting Moon by Susan Dennard. This is the second book in her The Luminary series. It's a YA fantasy. I thought the first book, even though it was lacking a lot, it definitely had so much potential. And I tried to read like the prologue or beginning of the second book and it sounded really interesting, so I want to continue this series very soon. The next book is On Charm by Lucy Jane Wood. The cover just screams fall. This is kind of a cozy, witchy book. I read the first book by this author last year and really enjoyed that one, so I wanted to read more by her. Even though this is the second book, I think you can read this as a standalone because it's following a different character. I will be filming a reading vlog for this book, so stay tuned for that video. The next one I have here is also the second book of a series. This is Princess of Blood by Sarah Hawley. I read the first book recently and enjoyed it so much. Obviously I had to get the second book as soon as it came out, and I cannot wait to continue this. This is a romantasy with Faye and a very strong female main character. I cannot wait for the romance in this book. The next book on my fall TBR is Immortal Dark. So this cover, I ordered this from Book Outlet and I thought I was gonna get like the, let me put it here, the original cover, but I got this version. This is the Owl Crate version, I think. Let me show you the hardcover. It says The Mad Lovers. And there's some quote at the back here. It's too long, I'm not gonna read it. This is the spine and the edges. So this is a dark academia with vampires, and it also has a romantasy tag, so I'm very excited to try this out. The last book on my mini fall TBR is Anathema by Carrie Lake. I'm gonna read this on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know what this book is about. I just know it has gothic vibes and dark fantasy, dark romance, and it has really high ratings on Goodreads, so I'm very excited to try this out. So those are the 5 books that I'm putting on my kind of immediate fall TBR, so I'll be reading them very soon. And I'm actually going to end this video here. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this video and for watching until the end. There will be more reading vlogs coming out soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you next time.